Welcome to the Richard Sherman podcast. If you're new, hit that sub button. We're here to give you great NFL content, game breakdowns, player interviews, and stories from around the league. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the Richard Sherman podcast. We got an incredible guest leading the NFL in interceptions with 5, Xavier McKinney of the Green Bay Packers. Appreciate you joining me, brother.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you for having me.
No, it's a blessing to have you. You having a heck of a year right now, man, and you should be proud of yourself. You're already at your career high in picks.
Yeah.
How are you doing it, man?
Just preparing the right way, man. I think, this year is the first year where I'm kind of just letting it loose, letting my instincts kind of play out and just trusting and believing in what I'm seeing and just going out there and tackling and making these plays. So, it's been great. Just I kind of hit the reset button, once I got to Green Bay and kind of refreshed my mind. And I knew, once I got here, it was time to hit the ground running.
Well, we're gonna step by step through your journey because it's been an incredible journey. And to come in, we're gonna start at Bama. Coming into Bama, you enrolled early, you win a natty, like. That got to be incredible. I never got to win a natty. We went 1-11 when I came into Stanford, and I said, "Oh, this might not be for me."
Yeah, that's a little rough.
But talk to me about Saban and your relationship with him, because one thing he does, he puts DBs out and he puts them in the league, and they usually do really well. And obviously, you're another case.
For sure. Our relationship was tight. I think ever since once he started recruiting me in high school. We were kind of building that relationship. And then once I got there, my freshman year, like he was always on my ass. And, I always used to get frustrated with it. But, people would always tell me like, that's a good thing that he, always trying to, get me to be better, get me to do this, get me to do that, because that means he actually, he really cared for me and he actually think, I could be, really good at, what I'm doing. So, as that as my years went on, we built that relationship. And once I gained like his trust, I think I gained his trust probably, I would say like my sophomore year, but like in practice. And that's when I really started to see that trust level, within, him to me, just kind of letting me, just be the player that I was. And he wasn't trying to overcoach me on certain things. And he just finally gave me that ability to just go out there and play. And, ever since then, it was history from there. But just him coaching that, like, always that perfection. I saw how he handled his business and went about doing things as far as how he coached and, just how he talked, just with everything would seem so calculated. That drove me, at an early age, seeing that, because I never, you never see things like that. So when you see that at an early age, it kind of, sticks in, it sticks with you. And that was something that really stuck with me. And I try to just carry that on as I, continue to keep playing.
So as you go through, you have a really successful career at Bama. You going into the draft process, where did you expect to go?
Man, so everybody was saying like 17. That was the Cowboys at the time. And then I had a lot of stuff happen, up until the draft. Obviously, went to the combine, didn't run the 40 that I wanted to run. And, I slipped. And, teams were trying to kind of get my my speed numbers from practice. And my thing was, I told them, I was like, nah, y'all, like, I knew what my numbers were from practice, but I'm like, y'all not getting those because my film going to tell you everything you need to know.
Right.
And so I thought I was going 17. And then once I didn't, that day was kind of crazy for me because I didn't go in the first round. And, that was another thing that kind of stuck with me, was I just felt devastated. And, I knew that, it was a lot more work to do. And that was something that kind of added just kind of another chip on my shoulder.
Yeah, sometimes it's a blessing in disguise. You don't got that 5th year, and now you get to free agency faster. At the time, it seems like, man, everything is lost. And then you get to that 4th year, you're like, wait a minute, I'm to the money quick.
Yeah, fact, that's exactly what it is, bro. It's like you never notice it. Like, obviously, when you're young, you're not really thinking about, all of that stuff. You kind of want to be, you know what I'm saying, almost like the quote unquote the star of the show, you know what I'm saying, the first round or whatever. But, you know, when you get in the league and start to realize, you know, how the business part of it works, you like, hell yeah, I'm glad that, you know what I'm saying, things worked out how it worked out.
Right, right. Because they could have controlled your rights for a whole nother year. You would still be in New York. You know, you
Exactly.
might get your 5th year money, but it wouldn't be as much as you're making now.
For sure, for sure.
And then you have some really good years in New York. You know, I don't know about what the internal workings, but they wasn't winning a lot of games, regardless of how well you playing.
Yeah.
What went into your decision to go to Green Bay? Because not a lot of people going to Appleton.
Yeah, I think it was a couple things. I had when I was with the Giants, we had played the Packers. I had played them twice previously, once in London and then once at home when I was there. And I just saw like how they played all the time. I saw the urgency with which they played with, and then I saw the potential that was already here. And obviously, they had a slow start last year, but later in the season, they really picked it up, and they got pretty deep in the playoffs, and that was something that was really intriguing to me. And then on top of obviously my college coach, well, that was my college coach my freshman year, Derek Ansley. He ended up coming here, and so that was kind of like another thing that drove me to definitely land in this spot. And then knowing that, you know what I'm saying, it's a winning organization. And then on top of, obviously, it's Wisconsin, but I thought for where I was at in my life and where I was at in my career, like it was time for me to really lock in and focus and lock in on what I trust, and that's football. So, you know, I thought the timing was perfect for me, and I think this was the perfect spot for me.
Yeah, I mean, you got a full off season to do everything you need to do. You know, you
Exactly.
that's what sometimes when kids are young, I don't want to say kids, but grown men. But when you're young, you feel like, man, I want to go somewhere fun. It's like, no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. You want to go somewhere boring. So
Exactly.
that,
And that's the thing too, is like when you go to like when your first team is a place like New York, and like I feel like I done seen a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So it's like for me, it's like, all right, I did that part of that chapter is kind of, you know what I'm saying, that chapter's over. It's time to, you know what I'm saying, get to my next chapter in life and in my playing career. And I just felt like this was the right place to be.
I agree. I agree. I mean, it looks like it worked out perfectly. I mean, you come there. I'm sure LaFleur has been great, but you also have Halfley and Jeff
Yeah.
Halfley. I got a lot of experience, a lot of love, a lot of appreciation, a lot of regard for Jeff Halfley and my time with him. Tell me how he's been, because obviously, you know, this is his first year with the team, but y'all leading the league in turnovers. You're a big reason. How has he been?
He's been great. You know, he just every week consistently providing that transparency and always communicating with us if we don't, you know, saying want something in the game plan or if we see something differently. You know, all we got to do is you know what I'm saying, text him, call him, go to his office, and you know what I'm saying, we could switch, you know, whatever it is. So I think that's really been the best thing, and he pushes us to not only, you know what I'm saying, know what's going on, but be great in the scheme that, you know what I'm saying, he's teaching. And so I just think it's been good all around, man. We all feel comfortable. He's just giving us a feel where we could just be ourselves and we can go out there and play freely and play fast. I think that's the biggest thing to our success early, is just going out there, being able to play fast, not making the game plan, you know, too much or too overly complicated. Just giving us our rules and us locking into those rules and going out there and executing.
Man, he's such a great preparer. You know, I don't know many coaches that prepare as well as he does. Like, he's gonna make sure you have every look that you need to see. Like, the looks he give you in practice is the looks you're gonna see in that game. Tell me if I'm lying.
Fact, now you spot on with that one. Like because I know I meet with them. Like I'll meet with them extra, and usually we'll meet like Wednesday mornings. We really meet Wednesday morning, Thursday morning, to kind of get. He just tell me the game plan. See if I see anything differently, but he'll show me, like, you know what I'm saying, cut ups of, you know what I'm saying, different stuff. And you know, he just always on top of it, bro. And it really shows, and it really helps us out when we go out there and play.
The roller coaster of an NFL season is moving right along, and it promises to be a month full of tricks, treats, and of course, touchdowns. And DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Running it in from the 1 or on an 80-yard bomb, we don't care how they score touchdowns. We just want to bet on them. DraftKings heard us, and they are delivering. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple, like a player to score a touchdown. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. Here's a reason for new customers to do a touchdown dance of their own. Bet just $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code RICHARD. That's code RICHARD for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Now let's get to your picks because you've been booking everybody. Lethal weapon. Book them, Danny. You got the one against Minnesota. They always say it's controversial. It's hard enough to play defense. I don't want to hear nothing about, did he catch it? And yes, he caught it. You know what I mean? Y'all get away with all this nonsense. Let us get away with something from time to time.
Man, I'm telling you.
What are these all covered too? Because a lot of them look like cover 2. And if you robbing people in cover 2 like this, my guy, you are a talented human being because you are.
So the first one, it's funny. So the first one was cover 2. The Eagles pick was cover 2. And the others were, we was playing 3 deep. And one of those 3 deeps that we was playing, the one in Minnesota, I was actually a weak hook dropper. So I kind of been in all kind of different spots and being able to just try to, make these plays. So yeah.
The ball is definitely finding you. The one with Philadelphia just looked like a real good read. But let's talk about Brazil because first off, y'all not getting me out to Brazil without a lot of security and a lot of, so good job by y'all. But tell me how that experience was because it looked tough. And from what I'm hearing from some of your teammates and from some guys on the other side, it was just a lot different than what you would want your NFL game day experience to be.
For sure, yeah. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't really a big fan of the Brazil trip. Just for the simple fact, like when we went to London to play, it was a lot different. Like we had a lot more freedom. We could go out into the city, kind of do what we wanted to do, whatever the case may be. But in Brazil, we had to stay in the hotel the whole time. Like I remember my teammates, they was trying to walk down the street to go to I think McDonald's or something, and they couldn't even do that. And it was like it's like 10 steps away. You know what I'm saying? And they wasn't even letting us do that. So we was just kind of cooped up the whole time. We wasn't able to do nothing. We wasn't able to see anything. And obviously we had the security 24/7. And then on top of the field was kind of like, I don't know if you watched the game, like the field wasn't great. Everybody was slipping. So like it wasn't the best experience compared to how it was in London. And to me, like, you know what I'm saying? They even told us before the game, like to not encourage like our friends and family to come to the games. So it was just kind of like, what was really the point of this? But yeah, that's kind of my, my 2 cents on that.
Yeah, they just wanted to say they did it. It's one of those things. The NFL was like, yeah, we did Brazil too. We going to Germany. We going to this. And it's like, well, sometimes you got to think of the well-being of the players and
exactly
the health of the players and just the comfort level of the players. Like, give us a heads up. Give me a say-so in this because my safe vote is no. I'm not going.
Yeah, yep.
It ain't in my contract to play out there. I'm a United States. Occasionally London, but you ain't Brazil. No offense to all my Brazilian fans, but
yeah,
it's different environment over there. Tell me, because I think being in rhythm is something that a lot of people don't really understand, especially if you've never, it's like a 3-point shooter. Like the rim looks big as ever. Right now it seems like you're just in rhythm. You trust your instincts, like you said. You feeling good. You trust in your film. You putting in the work, watching the film. I'm sure in practice and walkthroughs, you booking everybody because you're so locked in. And even the fumble recovery you had, like the ball is just finding you. Right place, right time. Sometimes it's your time, baby.
Yeah, that one was crazy too. Cause it's funny because when you look back on the film, like I saw the ball get punched out, and so I'm celebrating. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in the back, and like at first
you was not close.
I wasn't even close. And then next thing you know, it just popped out right in front of me. I'm like, oh shit! And everybody had stopped playing. Like everybody kind of just the pile, they still going after the ball, not knowing that they're not even nowhere near the ball. And then everybody else around it, they just walk in and not even know they thinking the play over with. And the next thing you know, I see the damn ball, and I'm like, oh shit, I gotta grab that. So then
Got to.
that's how that worked out. So yeah.
Now you got to get to the crib. So, I mean, you're at 5 right now. So it's Trayvon Diggs was the last one to get 10, and it wasn't that long ago, but still 10 is rare. You know, before him, I think it was a decade. I think you can get 10, but we ain't going to talk about that. I don't want to jinx nothing. I want to
Yeah.
keep playing your game, doing what you're doing. Talk about your relationship with the other guys in the secondary, because obviously my little bro, Keisean Nixon, is there. He's been there. Jaire is one of the best corners in the National Football League. Y'all are forming one of the best secondaries in the league, quiet as it's kept. You know, it's a lot of focus has been on the quarterback and his injury and, you know, Malik coming in and doing all that. But y'all have been playing some really good ball. Talk about your relationship with them.
Man, our relationship is great. I think ever since I got here, like we started building and we connected, like me, him, and Ja, like we connected like off the rip. And you could see it, when we out there playing. And what I'm saying, we have like when it's Thursday night football or something like that, we'll have, what I'm saying, get-togethers at each other's houses, and we'll all just kind of vibe out and chill. But we got a great connection with each other. And the crazy part is, I was thinking about it yesterday. It's like everybody hasn't even all been healthy yet, and so like we ain't really like we ain't even hit where we supposed to hit yet. We ain't even really scratched the surface yet. And now that we getting, what I'm saying, these rooks that have been playing well, once they get going, it's gonna be scary, man. And I really think we got the best unit, what I'm saying, room collectively in the league. And I think it's just gonna continue to improve and continue to show. But everything's been good, man. We all on the same page. Obviously we all around the same age. So we all, what I'm saying, we got a lot of things in common and similar things. So it's been fun playing with these dudes, man. They give me that that energy, and we feed off of each other. Like our energy just kind of, we all just feed off each other, and we push each other to be better in practices and meetings and the game. So it's been fun playing with them for sure.
That sounds like a great group. It really does. And
You know,
Half is a great leader. So I know sky's the limit for y'all. Talk to me about this young group of wideouts y'all have that's really dynamic. Reed, Watson, Romeo Dobbs. You have so much talent on that side of the ball, but no real like true go-to guy. It seems like any given day, any one of them can just go off.
man, bro. When I first got here, and we had our practices, like, and even when we started in camp, it was hard for me because what I'm saying, as a middle field safety, a lot of times I'm looking for, all right, who the go to guy. But shit, they all getting the damn ball, and they all fast. They all run good routes. They all can catch the ball. Catch radius is crazy. So like, it's tough, like being able to, like prepare against them. Like, cause I know I'm doing it in practice, but like in the games, it's different. So I'm knowing it's tough for opponents, man. So I think for them, obviously they're young and they're still growing, but they're super talented and they real close with each other.
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm saying, the sky's the limit for them as well. And I think they just gonna continue to what I'm saying, do what they got to do to improve. But yeah, it's tough, bro. When all of them, what I'm saying, can get the job done. So I know that's making it a lot of pressure for these defenses.
How is it seeing so many of your college teammates in the league? You know, you had Mac, you had Tua, Waddle, you had so many of these guys that's playing at a high level in the National Football League. You got to feel good when you see them to be like, yeah, we knew.
Yeah, nah, it do feel good for sure. What I'm saying, we talk about it when we can, but we don't expect nothing less from each other. Like we know, what I'm saying, the cloth that we come from, and we didn't been through that grind with each other, and we didn't seen, what I'm saying, the highs, and we didn't seen the lows. Like we didn't did that, what I'm saying, before with each other. So whenever something, what I'm saying, happens, whether it's good or it's bad, like it's like a field thing. We always know, like, all right, he gonna rise out the occasion, or he gonna do this, or he gonna do that. So it's good just seeing everybody, what I'm saying, be successful in their own ways, and everybody still having fun with it, and just balling at the same time. Because bro, a league, we got some of the best guys, what I'm saying, in this league. So that's real good for us.
Um, where You out there. I've been out there a couple times. I went out there for Achilles surgery and then obviously to play the Packers. And I think it's like what is that? Like a Red Lobster or something like that. It's like a couple good pizza places, but it wasn't a lot of places to go. What's your favorite place to go out there?
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
It ain't a lot of places.
Now, honestly, I don't be going nowhere, bro. I don't be going out to eat. It's a place that's right next to my house. It's called Play Bistro. So I say like that's the best spot I done been to. But it ain't like how it was when I was in New York, where what I'm saying, I had a list of places that I could just go at any given moment and be like, oh yeah, this is great food. So it ain't a lot, but if I had to say a place, it'd be the Play Bistro place.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Your family out there with you?
Nah, my family, they're not out here with me, but they've been at pretty much all the games. So they just try to stay, stay supporting me, and they always pretty much out here.
Where's home for you?
Georgia.
Okay.
Yeah, in Conyers, Georgia.
You got a house out there?
In Georgia?
Yeah.
Nah, I ain't got no crib out there. That's where my mom and my dad stay at, my grandparents. My house is here, and I got a couple other properties.
Okay, talk to me then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have like a condo or something in New York?
Yeah, I got a townhouse in New York.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Now you get to it got to feel good to be able to just, hey, I'm stopping here, but I'm stopping at my house. I'm gonna stay there for a couple days. Go here.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah.
That's big time. That's big time. Well, shoot, I don't want to take too much of your time. I know it's your off day and you got to get some rest. If you got some questions for me or anything you want to talk about, I'm all ears.
For sure. We gonna have to we can exchange numbers.
Yeah. As soon as we
I'm a for sure had to, pick your brain on some stuff, bro. Because I used to watch, when we all secondary, the Seahawks. Hello, man. That's what I'm trying to. We trying to get our secondary just how y'all was. So I definitely would like to get some, some pointers from you, of how to, get it to that level.
Well, a lot of it is the stuff you talked about. Like our practice habits were our practice habits. Holding each other accountable. It's hanging out and spending time with one another outside of this. You know what I mean? It's not an obligation, but you got to care about the dudes you're playing with. If you really want to get to that level, you gotta show. You gotta be at their wedding. You gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta know their kids. You gotta actually know these human beings. And then when you get out there, you don't feel like you're playing with just teammates. You feel like you're playing with your family. So then when somebody make a mistake, because it's not the positive moments you worry about. It's when somebody mess up, somebody get hit for a deep ball or give up a touchdown or something. It's always how you approach that and how you talking to each other in moments like that. And it has to be the same way you would talk to your brother in those moments. Not like, man, what the F you doing? Like it's like, hey, I know you better than that. Hey, they done messed up. Now they done woke you up. Now now we about to show up. Now they really about to get it. Like, y'all trying my boy, you know what I mean? It's so much different and it's so encouraging when you're talking that way as opposed to like you just looking at him like come on, man. Like, because you're going to be in so many tough moments with each other and you need him just as much in those tough moments as you need him in the good moments. And nothing beneficial is coming from like getting pissed off at him and then like going off on him. And we hold ourselves to such a high standard. And I'll say Earl Thomas set the standard at practice every goddamn day. That boy, if you watch his practice tape, you'll be like, I see exactly why he like that. I mean, full speed everywhere, walk through. I mean, we in OTAs. That's why we'd always lose draft picks and stuff in OTAs because he playing so dang hard.
he was the tempo violator.
Always. His tempo is the tempo, and you better get to it or you take him off the field. Yeah. And so when he's setting a tempo like that, it's on us. He's setting a standard. We got to match it. And so now we going just as hard. Now it's like, hey, if you don't want nobody getting hurt and you don't want the tempo to be like that, take us out because we gonna be at 10.
For sure.
And it's not really, we don't care who out there, the offense, some 7-year-olds. I don't care who out there. They about to get full.
Yeah.
And so when we talk about walkthroughs, it's perfection. It's picked off. We're not letting a completion happen and we're not just batting it to the ground. We're catching them. Every single time, every single person, every single linebacker, everybody. So the standard's set across the board. and we holding each other accountable. We communicating, hey, spot, alert the in. Ain't nobody embarrassed to open their mouths. Closed mouths don't get fed.
For sure.
And so it's just a lot of that consistency, and we had coaches that held us accountable. You know, I have 2 picks in the game, thinking I'm about to go into meetings and have a cool meeting, and all this boy is showing me is the few plays where I got beat or I gave up a catch, and he's like, look, your technique sloppy here, and if he would have saw this, he would have got you here. And it's like, well, can we get to the picks? Like, can we, like, show me the books. I swear I got 2 this game now. We won by 40. But it was humbling, you know. It kept me humble. It kept our group humble because he did it to everybody, and it kept the other guys in the room understanding that nobody's above coaching.
Yeah,
like he coaching us just as hard as he coaching y'all. No matter how high we get, we ain't that high.
For sure, that's real. That's real. I appreciate that for sure.
No, it's all love, brother. It's all love, and I give you my number once we get offline and we can connect, and you text me whatever you need, and I got you.
That's a bet. That is a bet. I appreciate you again, bro, for having me on the platform for sure.
No, I appreciate you, man. I'm a big fan of you, and I'm happy to see you having the success you have. I hope you go get 10 more of them and break the records.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Have a good day. Take care of your body.
All right, for sure.
Good luck.